Oh, this is fancy. I like it.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another Coffee with Joy. I'm your host, Joy. I am so excited to have my guest, Ebony, as we talk about I Dance My Way. She's going to tell about how she got into dancing, why dancing is her love, and how it is helping her with the health. And then we're going to move forward and how it's helping her confidence as we move forward into our conversation. So after these messages, we're going to hear from Ebony. Stay tuned.
Our mission focuses on showcasing local and global talent of all ages on and off the field. We will strive to inspire, educate, and bridge the divides through our media collaboration. Our goal is to give student athletes and coaches the platform to let their talents be seen and a platform for the community to let their voices be heard. This is the Union Media Group.
Welcome back to Coffee with Joy. So now we're going to bring my guest Ebony as she tells us a little bit about herself, and then we're going to start with our conversation. Hello, Ebony. How are you?
Hi. I'm good and
so can
you?
you good? So can you tell people a little bit about yourself, and then we're going to jump right on in.
Okay, a little bit about myself. First of all, I'm an old soul. I'm 36. But I've been dancing since the age of 6 years old. A little background about my dancing. So I was raised with the contemporary, lyrical, ballet, modern jazz, all of theater and things like that. And growing up, I realized like I wanted to be a choreographer, and I really loved it. The whole Missy Elliott little deal, and I got into college and I realized like I had to audition to be in company in order to major in that field. And I'm like, okay, this is different. I didn't think I would have to make that approach. And I went into audition with high hopes. I was keeping up with everybody, trying to outdo them, outshine them. And they pulled me into the office and they were like, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, this isn't going to work out for you. Like, we
Mm,
don't cater to plus size girls, and they're not going to want to, buy the extra material, as she said, and things of that nature. And it kind of just like broke me from there.
right.
So I had started to gain weight, just venture off into other things until I had met my instructor, Dwight Holt Jr., and
Okay.
I've actually been linking up with Hope Boykin from Alvin Ailey, and they just
Okay.
kind of pushed me back on track with it. So it's a little bit
Wow.
about it.
that is a
Yes.
testimony right there. Definitely don't quit,
Yes.
people. Definitely don't quit. So after hearing that news with that information, and now that you move forward, so how are you internalizing, and how long have you been dancing after college up until now?
So I would say it's been about either 4 or 5 years. First I jumped into it just to get the hang back of things, and then I was like, wait, like I could lose weight doing this. I was basically doing hip hop dance. I was like, I could do lose weight doing this. Then
Mhm.
Dwight pointed me in the direction of Tanae for the fitness dance studio, and like I've been at it ever since, and I've been using this as my weight loss journey.
Okay. Oh wow. So now part of this journey, part of your dancing. So what is your favorite style? As now that you're back on your dancing, and now that you're incorporating fitness, like what is your favorite dance style? Because you listed quite a few. But what is your favorite?
Favorite? Oh, that's hard. I would have to say it's a tie between modern and hip hop right now.
Okay. Can you explain us what modern is? Because when I think of modern, I would just think just like, okay, TikTok dances, okay, something that's quick. And granted, I am nowhere near in the dancing education. I just see what I see and I internalize it for myself. So you can enlighten us and give us a little definition on what the modern dance is, and what is it about hip hop that you like?
Okay, so I'm gonna say modern for me is it's a cross between ballet and soul.
Okay.
Um, it's like you have to feel what you're doing.
Hmm.
You have to have like some sort of passion for movement, for the counts. You have to be able to you have to know your music in order to
Hmm.
stay on the counts, because some of the counts are off, but it
Yeah.
also makes up the counts, if that makes any sense.
Right.
But hip hop, I found a new love for hip hop. I used to hate hip hop. I used to hate it.
Why?
I used to, excuse me, I used to think hip hop was only like, popping your butt, shake it what your mama
Hmm.
gave you and stuff like that. But it's not. It's so technical.
Hmm.
It's very technical, and I'm all about the technicality of it. So that's why I found a new love for hip hop.
And so, but with the hip hop, again, I thought probably like, people just break dance. That is my definition of hip hop, right? But I know it goes further than that, because when you're not really in still or don't know much, and of course what the world show you, that is your definition. So when I think of hip hop, I'm thinking a lot of break dancing, a lot of pop locking and moving forward. So if you were to describe hip hop just a little bit more from what you said, can you give us a detail about the hip hop dance, as far as like what do
Look,
females do?
females do everything they do just about as much as men do, if not more. It is the
Right.
pop locking, it is the break
Okay.
dancing, it is the shake it what your mama gave you, it is the like the little, you gotta break things down like little piece by piece. They want to just see, single arm movements. You have to, like, hip hop is. Whew.
Right.
Hip hop is everything. Hip hop is like every dance genre brought into one on a faster note.
Right. So now that you incorporate in dancing, and now that you segue into fitness, how do you join the two? How do you make the two marry one another? And have you seen much success within the weight loss journey as you've been on your fitness journey this thus far?
Um, I said that I was going to be transparent, and this is my first time ever saying this out loud. But on this fitness journey, when I actually started to like incorporate like the meals and everything over
Hmm.
the last year, I lost 210 so far.
Oh yeah,
Um,
congratulations. Yes.
around that area.
Woo.
Um,
Yes.
started at 475.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
so I was up there. Um,
Hmm.
it was very challenging um, because not only was I doing it for the dance, I was doing it for The exercise. I was doing more of hip hop.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it was more hip hop than anything. Every now and again, I'll probably go to a gym. Right now, I'm like at the gym every morning at 3 o'clock,
Okay.
right before work. But
Awesome.
yeah, it was more hip hop than anything that got me here. Hip hop and
So
African.
what is the continued drive? Because I'm like yourself, I get up at, well, I'm at the gym at 5 a.m. and you're there at 3 a.m. And many people say, oh, I need my sleep. Oh, God, I need my sleep. So, what is your continued drive? Because after like 30 days, that's when you know, okay, you done put into consistency and determination. But there's something that's continue to drive, which I believe that drives you saying that I can't quit on myself outside of dancing. What else drives you to continue to keep working out and incorporating fitness?
My drive is I want to live. Like I want to live. I want to be able to continue to dance, and this is my passion. This was my passion as a kid, so I feel like I'm letting the kid in me, live freely.
Mm,
So
amen for
that's
that.
what.
So now, so how often do you dance? So do you go to the gym in the morning? So when do you go to your dance practice? Because now I'm assuming now you at your studio now. Yes.
Yes, I'm at the studio now.
Whoop,
um,
whoop, yes.
I'm
At the
usually
studio.
dancing, um, probably like 3 to 4 times a week.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's more
And
workout than anything, because I'm
mhm,
trying to get rid of saggy skin and things like that. But
yeah.
yeah, I'm dancing 3 to 4 times a week, and I'm at the gym 5 times out of the week.
That's what I call determination. First, I would like to applaud you because that's definitely take determination, perseverance, and consistency. Because I know sometimes we could be our own critic, and sometimes we could be like, "I'm just
Yeah.
tired." But when you overcome tiredness, and God said, "No, I want you to keep going," I commend you.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a drive, and it does take a village. So I noticed in some of your videos, you dance with quite a few people. So how does that help you along your journey?
It's a push. Like some people, well, I don't look at it as competition, but I
Yeah.
recognize, where I'm at. And
Hmm.
like some people, like I thrive to be where they are, like how they keep
Right.
up, how their energy is, how their knees may go to their stomach, and like
Hmm.
that's my drive. Like, hey, I want that right there, so let me work a
Right.
little bit harder at this so I can get there. And then once I get
Amen.
there, it's like, okay, what else do I see, or what else do I want to work on to get further? And that's pretty
Right.
much how I take it.
And you say that you do meal prep. So how's that working as well? Because and the reason why I brought it up because people, if y'all want to know, yeah, I struggle at meal prep. So when I hear people say they meal prep, I commend you. Meal prep to me is just a newly coined word for leftovers, right? And you really got to fix it. Yes. So, and you
It
really got to
really is.
fix it up. As much as I want to believe that I'm my own chef, I'm not. I'm more of a maker, but I know the meal prep, and that's my constant prayer, Ebony, that God will reveal the cook in me to be able to make these meal plans. I see people do some great job, right? And I know the food tastes well. So how do you continue to meal prep, and what do you find about meal prepping that you're able to change things around?
So meal prepping to me, first, mentally, I have to take it as me not doing a diet, but me
Yeah.
just trying out new ways of eating.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I mentally set in my head first, and like I'm not gonna lie, it's hard. I stick to like all sugar free things. Just to give you an
Okay.
idea, my protein. I have quite a bit of protein, throughout the day, and that's usually like what I try to go to or grab first because it can become
Mm-hmm.
tiring, especially like if you're cook. Well, I cook um, twice a week, and for like
Okay.
the 3 days versus the two because it's a little bit
Mm-hmm.
easier for me. But
Okay.
it gets hard. It's very challenging. Yeah, it makes you on a backside, but I do have my cheat days.
Yes.
I give myself cheat days. I do it twice out of the month, and
Okay.
whatever day I pick, I have to stick to it, and that's it.
Oh, okay. I mean, well, that's good to hear because I'm definitely trying to pick up on the meal prep, right? And that is my goal.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to really incorporate that. And I'm more of a planner. So I will have to make
Mm.
sure that I plan my meals out. What do I need when I go to the grocery store? Because the last thing I want to do is just waste food. God knows
Right.
I'm not trying to waste any food. So I definitely want to make sure that I'm able to cook it and I'm able to eat it, right? So I truly, truly hear you, and I'm definitely going to incorporate that much. But I'm trying to get myself okay. Midsummer is my goal to work on a mid plan. So I'm gonna definitely take that advice and probably incorporate some cheat days. And I think I have more cheat days than right days. Let's let that ponder. But that's a
It
problem,
happens.
right?
Yeah, you gotta
So
start off
no
slow.
worries.
You gotta start off somewhere.
Right, right, right. So keep in mind that make sure that you like, subscribe, and follow Coffee with Joy. When we return, we're going to talk to Ebony how she finds the confidence in dancing and really just being who she is. So after these messages, please make sure you stay tuned for something great. Latest news, today's news, current news, gossip news, you name it. I am your host with Coffee with Joy as I share any up to date news that's taking place around the world. But if you would like to check it out, please make sure you go to my YouTube channel, Coffee with Joy, where I share the latest topic. I am your host with Coffee with Joy with today's topic. Welcome back. So now we're going to watch this quick video. Many of y'all may have seen it, but we love the fact that Ebony lives in her truth and that she's really confident in who she is. So let's take a look. Hands on my body. Yeah. So as you can see here, definitely we wanted to make sure that we don't fall into no copyright. So if you wonder why the music went off, it was no coincidence. We turned it off. So Coffee with Joy can stay on the air, people. Now, Ebony, I just would like to commend you. That is a bomb dot. Of course. I just wanted to showcase that. So first, how did you get the confidence to dance, for lack of wording, seductively?
Oh my God, I don't even know. I don't know where it came from. I
Okay.
think I think it was just you have to just step out there. And I was like, okay, this is a sexy heels class. I'm the only person in here with leggings and a full sweater. And I was like, I just feel awkward. And she was like, you just have to calm down. And she was like, love yourself where you're at. Her name is Tierra Lachey, and she's with Confidence. But she was like, you just have to love yourself where you're at. She was like, you're very beautiful. And she was like, embrace you. And I was like, okay, let me try something different. And it was really different. That was really
Yeah.
different for me.
And I love it. I definitely, you got
Thank
a fan
you.
over here. So as much as we know, we walk this earth with no problems. Everything is grand, right? But quite a few times there's people that want to tear down our walls. Now, what have been some negative thoughts or words that came to you on, especially on social media, where people's like, "Oh, you're this or you that, and you shouldn't have." Can you share a moment in your time where someone was just negative just because you are being you? But they want to throw, slander and throw negative words towards you.
So I would say my first time noticing that a video of mine had went viral on one of my instructors' pages. One of the news anchors from Texas
Mm,
reposted my video. He said encouraging words and things of that nature. And I don't know what inspired me to go up under and see the comments, but I did. And they were saying things like, had you been doing this years ago, you wouldn't be in the predicament that you're in now. Looks like she's running towards a cheeseburger. Um,
mm,
like it was some of everything, and I think it just kind of it was like, whoa, like, wait a minute, like I'm doing this so I can get back on the right path, and like I'm being transparent, which I don't have to be.
right.
And it was like a slap in the face for me, and it was
Mm,
very emotional. I won't lie,
right.
but I used it as a stepping stone to, hey, you can use this. Let that be inspiration for me to get myself together.
Right.
And I've
And
been
it's that
using it as such.
so sorry to hear that, but definitely I know that as much as we want to believe that everything is grand, everything is great, we know negative come in our lives that we don't want. But sometimes those are the walls that help us to get over, to really build who we are, to really shaping our character, to really persevere over those negative things to make us stronger and better. So I commend you. So now that I know many women reach out to you and they say, wow, Ebony, how are you able to dance like this? How are you able to? Because you represent quite a large crowd, right? And many people look and say, "Wow, how are you finding confidence in doing that? How do you reach back out to those women who are feeling low and probably discouraged and knowing that they want to dance as well, but the weight become their issue, not knowing they could persevere over that?"
So my way of giving back is, like I'll post a video and I'll put my little quotes up under there, but I don't think a lot of people pay attention to it. But
Hmm.
like I've been transparent through my whole journey,
Hmm.
just to show like the next woman or the next whoever, like, hey, you could do it too. Like I have
Right.
arthritis in both knees, and like
Hmm.
I've been very transparent with that. Like I will wrap my knees up, and some days it is worse than others, but I keep going. Like
Right.
I'm a believer. Like if I lose weight, it'll loosen up and do what it needs to do, and that's what it's been doing for me. But just basically like inspiring, moving in different ways to show like, hey, like we're on the same team. I'm here for you,
Right.
you're here for me. We can do this together.
Hmm.
And like I'll do like little challenges every now and then. But yeah, it's just basically showing the community like, hey, you're not alone.
Right.
I'm just like you. We're fighting the same fight, just not in the same lane, and we can do
Mm-hmm.
this.
I think that's perfect because I know a lot. I know we're in a day and age where think people will go ahead and just go for it, right? But quite a few people, and when I say people, I'm talking to adults. They still live in this. They still live in their shell. They have yet. They look at social media as a clutch, as if someone were to say one thing to them, they break down. But looking at us, many people they get that inspiration to say, "Wow, if she could do her talk show, if she could do her dance, I know that I can do it." Because no matter what, we're inspiring somebody. They may not say it, but we're definitely inspiring someone. So now that you're dancing, you're going out, have you ever been in any competition, or have you been featured anywhere besides the news anchor? Of course, I know he or she meant it in good faith. People just took the narrative another way. But have you been featured? Have you been in any top competition where it almost like could have broken you, but you still went over that barrier and said, "No, I'm gonna still push through"?
Ooh, oh my goodness. Yes, I actually auditioned to be in Lizzo's Big Girls. I have
Oh,
also posted the video. No one knew about it
mhm.
but me. I didn't get a call back. I did get an email saying, that I didn't make it, and it kind of hurt my feelings at the moment. But I was like, "Hey, you got to do what you got to do, especially when it comes to
Right.
showbiz." I get it. I'm trying to understand that.
Hmm.
But as far as like features on, I have got featured on pages a couple of times. Missy Elliott page,
Okay.
uh, BRS Cash, his page, Big Lotto, um, things like that. But not any competitions or anything.
Hmm.
I've done. Um, I worked out with Ted. I forget the name of his group. He's gonna kill me. But
No, that's
he
totally fine. I
he
mean,
flew
those
me
are
out
great
to
because at the end of the day, people are showcasing you, right? People, you're
yeah.
going out there and you're fighting for a dream. So you're being out there, you're putting yourself out there, knowing that you're being an eye for somebody who may thought like, I'm not going to do it, but just seeing you giving that encouragement, still push through. Now, question: as you said that you was doing the Lizzo competition, can you walk us through that? Because I thought that was just so neat. As much as when I saw that, I wanted to try people, but clearly
So
I cannot dance. I was just telling my
it
producer
was
that I have two left foot, but left and a half, and I really want to dance, but no here, no there.
it was just like it was an application process. You had to send in a headshot, and you had to send in a dance. You doing,
Okay.
I think it was like 30 or 60 seconds. I'm like,
Oh,
okay. I never posted the dance that I did, so I'll probably end up posting it later. But I never
oh,
ended up posting the dance that I did. But I did post the dance that her big girls dance that everyone
yes.
was doing.
Uh-huh.
Um, I believe that she chose from off of what is it called? TikTok.
Okay.
And at the time, my TikTok following was not up there. I had hardly ever been on there, and I was like, okay, well, maybe that's how I missed my opportunity. I'm not for sure, but
Hmm.
yeah. So
Was it
yeah.
Jeanette? Was the because I do believe, okay, in rejection, but I do like a clear rejection, right? And I know, God, I
Mhm.
know sometimes that's not gonna always work, right? But in your case, was it clear, or was it just, did you feel the letter was generic? And I asked all this because you're the first person I was able to ask about this about Lizzo dance, when I know there's so many girls was going after it, because this is like right of so many women alley. So excuse me
Mhm.
if I'm asking so many questions, because I think this is so neat.
No problem. So let's be clear. It was for the first season because season she wanted singers and I cannot sing.
Right.
um,
I
um,
knew I was off.
it was pretty generic. For me, it's probably yeah, it was pretty generic, straight across the board. Like, thank you for auditioning. You pretty much didn't make it this go around, but try next season, such and such. And I was like, okay. It was
Hmm.
it it was generic, very generic. So
Oh,
like,
okay.
okay,
Yeah,
maybe
I
she
just
didn't get
I
a
was
chance
just
to look
wondering.
at
So
it.
I
I
was
don't
curious. Right? I probably doubted she looked at it, but but it's just good to
yeah,
know, because you got the, I say clear rejection, not in a bad way, but at least they
yeah,
responded back, because they could have left you out there in limbo, right? And not say
yeah. That's
anything.
all. I was like, oh, it's like,
Yeah, so
okay,
I
I
take
got
it
your
as a
email
plus,
now. Thank you. Save it.
right? So keep in mind, something evil we turn into
Yeah,
good, right? Definitely smile.
yeah.
So after these messages, we're going to continue to talk to Ebony. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and follow Coffee with Joy. Definitely, we will return back.
Bring 'em out, hey. Bring 'em out, yeah. Bring 'em out, hey. Bring 'em out. VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life with that.
Yes, you hear people. Coffee with Joy presents Chucks and Coffee Give Back. That will be taking place on Sunday, October 15th, 2023, here in Lago, Maryland. Definitely, please stay tuned for some great things that's about to take place and see how can you benefit and also provide. But now, so Ebony, now that you're moving forward, yes, thank you, T. Yes, yes, yes. Right, yes, yes. So now you're dancing. So what is your end goal now? You're here at this moment in time. So what do you see yourself in 5 years? What do you look to do in dancing or anything within 5 years?
So my goal is to get a studio. I want like a
Mm,
performing arts studio that'll have the stage set up and everything already equipped to it. That way,
okay.
we can go from the classroom to the studio. But
Mm,
I'm still pursuing Lizzo.
yes, yes,
I
yes.
would love, love, love to be one of her big girl dancers, if not,
Mhm.
for the duration for one time.
Right.
Um, and then I have a couple of other projects that are coming up that I can't quite say yet. So,
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
yeah.
So now with the studio, are you looking to teach young people or older people, or what is, once now, let's say hypothetically speaking, you do have the studio. So what is your goal in having that studio?
So my goal of having the studio will be a performing arts theater. It'll get high school students ready for college if
Mm,
that's the way that they want to go, and it'll get
okay.
the younger girls and guys ready for like competitions, and also to have the stage in the area. We can host competitions because we don't have anything
Mm,
like that here in this part of Michigan.
okay.
So hope I wanted to bring, some like recognition to the area.
Oh, okay. Okay. Wow. So because I think definitely when a person go through something and like yourself, doing the having that studio is, to bring up people who, and it could be older people as well, because again, just because you older, that don't mean you don't dream. So you still want to solidify a dream and be able to prosper. So that's the reason why I want to ask, what area, what direction do you want to go to?
Mhm.
Now in dancing, do you have a mentor? Do you have anybody that help you, that encourage you to push you through? Or you just go to the studio for more fitness or more of the actual dances and practice for something? And when I say for something, like, do you go have like an event that you attend, or you just practice just to stay in tune?
I do both. I actually practice to stay in
Okay.
tune, and I practice for event. I have performed at the Detroit Pistons game. I performed at the Lions football game, excuse me, and
Okay.
also the Tigers baseball game. But I forget what the question was.
Oh no,
um,
like, what is your, and do you dance? But you say that you do, it's
oh,
both.
yep,
You do perform as well as
yep,
you do use it for exercise, and
yes,
you say that you go 3 to 4 times a week, correct?
yep.
To the
And then
studio.
my mentors is
Yes,
what
you
I was missing.
uh-huh.
So I do have mentors. I have Hope Boykin, like I said, she's from Alvin Ailey. She's a
Okay.
dancer, well, a retired dancer there now. Tanae, that's the one that I work with at Fitness Dance Studio. And Dwight Hope Jr., I always say that's my founder now, because he's
Right.
the one that brought me back in.
Oh, okay. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The dancer, I don't know his name, but you do. That's the one who worked with Monique a lot, correct?
Yeah, yep, that's him.
Yes, yes. Okay, yes. I put the two and two together, but I want to make sure clearly reading is fundamental. But I guess with Monique, I guess I just never put two and two together because it just looked familiar, because he also works with um a friend of mine, Brandy, who lives in Atlanta, and she dances with him as well. So I was like, he really works, gets around. I feel like a, what's that, a groupie? I see him like
Oh,
everywhere, right? Like literally
yep.
everywhere. So, because work with him, can you tell us about his energy? Because it seemed like
Oh my
I
God.
see him working with you, and it's like, man, if you were down, it's like he resurrect you out of your dumpness. It's like, oh, I just feel dump, like, oh, my attitude. But it's like he resurrect. Can you tell us how his attitude and how working with him closely is?
Ooh, Dwight is a breath of fresh air. Literally,
Hmm.
he, if you're down, he'll bring you up. If you need that conversation, he's there for you. But he's hard on you in a good way. He's
Right.
like, I don't want to say he's a drill sergeant, but I'm gonna say he's a drill sergeant. He wants full out. He wants energy. He wants it right then
Yeah.
and there, because he knows you. He know you have it. He doesn't want any half stepping. um
Hmm.
what he give, he expects you to give, and that's
Wow.
110%. But it's
Wow.
all in love.
Yes, I can imagine. Yes, that tough love is definitely good. He doesn't know who I am yet. Yes, because I'll be a syndicated talk show host very, very soon. Syndicated. I am
Yeah.
now, but it'll be syndicated. Tell him Joy, Coffee with Joy said hi, just in case when you do see him again. You're like, who's she?
Okay.
Tell him, look
I
here.
will.
I'm definitely on the net. So as we about to bring
Okay.
the show to a close, Ebony, is there any like quotes or any affirmation that you live with, or that you like to share with anyone who decides they want to, as they're watching or watch the playback?
Call me corny, but live like it's your last, because
Mhm.
like I believe that we all at some point take the day-to-day for granted. We take our health for granted. We always say, we put things off until tomorrow. Like, do it
Mhm.
now. Do it now, because tomorrow isn't promised.
Yes.
You never know when God is going to call someone home. So love on whoever today.
Yes.
Just that's it.
That is a mouthful. Definitely live on today, people. Tomorrow is not promised. Again, thank you so much, Ebony. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for everyone that has tuned in, that is watching. I am your host, Joy with Coffee with Joy. So great to see and hear everybody. Thank you for your comments. It's so, but please, if you would like to patronize Coffee with Joy, please make sure that you select either or. We do take all forms of payments. Check out our page, definitely. And again, as always, thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone. As we're coming as we're about to end to the summer season, make sure that you stay warm, people. Stay warm. But as you know, I am your host, Coffee with Joy. So until then, live life on purpose and see you all next week. Bye-bye. We kick it like no